This is an example of an old quiz that I have. Is want to kind of go over how to do this problem. You have file 1, file 2, and you have my file, right? You have 3, okay? So this is file 1, which is separate, file 2, which is separate, and your file here. So you have declared the following functions, right? You're going to call all the functions, okay? So our objective is to call all functions, okay, in all the files. Okay, so we are here in my file, so let's call function A. Well, how do you call function A? Function A is here, right? I call function A. How do I call function B? Function B is here, right? It's pretty straightforward, okay? Now let's call this function 3, and I imported from the perspective of my file 2. So from the perspective of import file 2 as F2, right? I go what? I say F2 dot function 3. That's how I call this function. Let's call this function from the perspective of file 1, because I'm importing file 1, right? Because I'm importing file 1. So I will import, since I'm importing file 1, it's x1 function 1. Okay? Now, there is also a little caveat here. I'm also importing file 1 as f1 from file 1. So if I go to file 2, so I can go directly here, or I can go directly here. And then I can go directly here, right? So this, let's call this 1. Okay? This, let's call this 2. Okay, those are straightforward from my file. F2 here, let's call this 3, because I'm going to call function 3. So this is 3. I can call function 1 because I'm calling import in file 1 as x1, so I can call this 4. But this is also, I have a file, I have 4 here, right? Those are direct, okay? But now I have another path called 5. How do I get to 5, right? There's another path that points to this. Well, it's very easy, right? I go to 3, then I go to 5, okay? So I say import file 2 as F2 dot import file 1 as F1 dot function 1. Okay, so these are the paths. I have a direct, again, I will repeat it, 1, 2, 1, 2 is here, that's straightforward. Directly importing file 2 as F2, so that's F2 dot function 3. I'm directing importing file 1, so that's x1 dot function 1. And now, but I can go here to here, so that's 3 to 5. So that's 3, I import F2, then I import F1, and I go to function 1.